Are you familiar with this Rudy Farias dude, man? Have you heard about this guy?
Rudy
This
Farias?
yeah, this missing kid in Texas.
No.
Okay. Now, what I think I want to do, I think I'm going to play the news story for it because there's a lot to unpack here. So, um, Rudy Farias is this guy that was found alive after being reportedly missing for 8 years. They just found this
Oh
guy this
shit.
weekend. Yeah, supposedly after 8 years, as a kid when he went missing, and now they found him as an adult 8 years later. Now, the details of this story are crazy. There are allegations that he never was missing in the first place, and because when they first went missing, the neighbors came out and said, "I'm not missing. I see that guy all the time. I see him at his house all the time." Then what happened was, it turns out he went. So this Rudy was reported going missing in March of 2015. At the time, he was 17 years old. Authorities reported he went missing while walking his two dogs in Northeast Houston. The dogs were found, but Rudy was gone. Now, after they've since found Rudy, since he's now, this was back in 2015 that happened. Now, and yeah, the other day they found
25 years old or 23 years old now.
yeah, what is I don't know what's the math?
8 years.
8 years.
He's
So
17,
yeah,
25.
25. So he's 25 now. Okay, good math. Good job. Um, well, Farias now he's this. It gets a little confusing because the person that Farias kind of came out to is this local um, activist in Houston named Quanell X. So it gets a little confusing. Rudy gets goes missing. Some Rudy is then found like the other day under a blanket or something weird. They came across Rudy because he had run away again. Now Rudy admitted what was going on to the police, and then he actually wanted to talk. I don't know how he knew this Quanell guy, but this Quanell guy gets involved, and he breaks down and tells Quanell, "Look, I actually didn't uh, go missing 8 years ago. I ran away and came home 2 days later. But my mother convinced me not to go to the police when I came back home."
What?
Yes,
I can't wait to see this Netflix documentary.
bro, this gets so fucking
We're
weird
just scratching
from
the tip
here.
of the iceberg
We're
here.
just scratching the tip because I found out about I heard the story all day on the news, just little bits and pieces of it, and then I said to myself, and then I was looking for stuff to talk because it's July, it's during the 4th of July, all the news people are like on vacation, so there's nothing going on like right now. That's like somebody the other day was like, "Oh, we're Dumb's giving us a week of content while Rover takes a week off." There's a fucking reason they take a week off this week. There's usually nothing going on except people blowing their fucking hands off, and that's about it. There's in some random racing stuff. There's not a lot of news usually this week. Uh, so I was kind of like watching, looking for something to talk about, and like looking all over, and there really wasn't a lot going on. And then I went, well, I wonder. I did see that Rudy Farias thing. Let me look a little bit more into the story because it is weird that this guy's been gone for 8 years and then he just shows back up. And then I start reading more into it. And the headline I read to get me really hooked on the insanity that's going on here is that allegedly this mother who claimed her son went missing for 8 years supposedly sexually abused this boy, made him take hallucinogenic mushrooms, treated him like a slave. And this is all according to that Quanell X guy. And then I wanted to pull the audio or video of him talking about this Quanell X guy, but the video I pulled, it like clipped out in the middle of it, and it sounded really weird, so I didn't have time to get the whole thing. Um, but so after they found Rudy back, he was found outside a church last week. That's what I left out. He was hiding outside of a church. They find him. He reports back that his mother had been drugging him and sexually abusing him for years.
Now, drugging him and sexually abusing him between the years of 17 and 25 when he's
Yes.
an adult?
Yes, and I think part of it is the drugs that she was feeding him were making him uh like a sex slave essentially for this woman. She wanted him to quote play daddy for him, for her. Like she had him essentially play like a daddy slash husband role for her, and this is her own son. Yes, this is in. Is this not just absolutely insane?
What drugs was she giving him? What kind of twisted MK Ultra shit is this?
I'm not sure if it was just hallucinogenic. So I think it might. I think it might have been mushrooms.
Can't be mushrooms because you got to stack those. You can't eat them back to back to back to back. You have to double the dose every day to get the same high.
Well, I'm trying
It's
to
got to be like
remember.
ketamine or something like that. Because the only ways I could see somebody taking advantage of somebody is being deep in a K hole every day, and that's considered a hallucinogenic.
Let me see if it goes into more detail on the spot when I find. Yeah, hallucinogenic mushrooms, man. That's what it repeats here, and that doesn't mean they did it that she did it every single day, but enough that maybe this was just this kid was, it's his mother. What he doesn't know any different. You know what I mean? Like he trusts her, even though he ran away. He knew something was going on. But yeah, this whole story is just crazy, and
Yeah, this is wild.
it's only getting good. Like we're only just kind of digging into it, and it's. He said, "I was tired of living a life like a slave." When he was asked why he ran away, I'm trying to find some more. She was always asking him to get into bed with her and tongue kiss her. She would, when he would shower, she would open the shower curtains to watch him showering.
Oh,
Oh
oh,
yeah, yep. He has, and on top of the sexual abuse, there's obviously physical abuse. He has cuts, small tumors all over his body, small openings and holes on the soles of his feet, bruising,
mm,
cuts, scrapes. He's just this kid is just beaten down, dried blood all over him. This poor kid flinches if you try to hug him or anything like that. So he thinks his name is Julio Torres and that he's 14 years old. So
look, she's macro dosing him with
who
mushrooms,
knows what is going
brainwashing
on?
him.
Yeah, who knows what is going on with all the things that she's done to him, and it's only just now coming out over the past couple hours. So it's just a really awful, sad story, and yeah, I don't
Hopefully,
know.
this mom rots in prison. Hopefully, they get her ass.
Yeah, and apparently the mother had now that she had started a GoFundMe for his medical costs that she has now since deleted now that all of the questions have started to come out about it. So yes, this is a first class scumbag of the earth person, total piece of crap. So I hope that and it'll be interesting to see what more comes out about it and what her reaction is to it. And all that good stuff. But yeah, fuck her, fuck them. That's some crap. Hold on one sec. CYX says, geez, this is an awful story. Yeah, I agree. It's absolutely awful. Terrible story. All right. I am going to take a quick break. We will come back. And speaking of GoFundMe's, there is somebody who that I believe we should rally around and rally behind. So I'm not a big, actually, I don't give a shit about GoFundMe's one way or another, but there's a person out there who I believe needs our help. The league needs to band together to help this person out. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back from break, I will tell you who needs our help. Don't go away. We'll be right back on another dumb show. Oh, by the way, if you've not already, I forgot to tell everybody to do this. Hey, make sure you hit that like button. If you don't like today's video, fuck your... No, I'm just kidding. Make sure you hit the button, hit that like button for me. I'm just kidding. If you don't want to like it, don't like it. If you do like it, hit the thumbs up for me. I'd appreciate it. I believe notifications should be turned on for everybody. I saw some people saying notifications were not going off.
Yeah, I didn't see one today.
I don't understand why that happened. Does YouTube limit the amount of notifications you're allowed to do in a day or something? Because I did post like some recap videos.
I got
earlier.
those notifications earlier. Normally I get the little red record light and it says another dumb show's going live.
And you didn't get that today for some reason.
No, I was like, what the hell's going on? We're running late again. And then I hopped on YouTube and I saw there was already 9 people watching and it was already live.
I wonder why that does that. I don't know what the answer to that is.
It's only happened a couple times. I think this is only the second episode we've done where it's
Yeah, I know. I just don't understand it. I don't know if I'm not clicking something or what. I'll have to look into that a little bit more on my end because I'm not exactly sure why that is doing that. So, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's not a lot of shit going on the rest of the. It's July 4th, July 4th week. So there isn't a lot of shit going on. Other than so when we come back from break, we'll talk about that. Probably gonna hit the delis pretty hard when I come back. I'm looking forward to. I'm gonna kind of probably finish out the happy hour feeling pretty good. I'll try to find a couple other videos to play. Like I said, there's maybe a small update to a video that I played yesterday, actually. So we'll come back. We'll play that stuff. You guys go to the fridge, get yourself some delis, get yourself whatever you got to do. Mikey, you're off camera, so do whatever you got to do. Load up, boom up, whatever you got to do. Second half, we're going to kind of party it out the rest of the day. Because like I said, guys, this will be our kind of little 5th of July, 4th of July celebration because there ain't shit happening in the world. So we're going to take a quick break. When we back, we'll talk about who I think we need to help out. In the meantime, like I said, hit that like button. And if you're not already a member of the League of Dummies, you can do that. You could be an official member of the League of Dummies by hitting that join button. If you're not on an Android or if you're... Hello. Welcome to another Dumb Show, issue 61. I'm another Dumb Show host. Thank you for joining us on YouTube this evening. I appreciate you guys spending your time with us, streaming here on YouTube. You know the big U to the tube, the YouTube. We're glad to have you here this evening. I believe my main man, Mikey, is down there somewhere. What is going on, my dude? Mikey, what's up, brother?
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well, man. There you go. What's happening, man? I try to time it perfectly where that live from Studio Struts goes away. I'm gonna get it one of these times, but
you'll hit the post eventually.
That's right. I can nail the post when it comes to radio stuff and like talking up songs and stuff. In fact, I was doing a ton of that when I was doing that event at that eBay thing this weekend at the races.
Yep.
I had to do a lot of.
Did you ever end up coming up with more clever sayings or clever ways to draw people over? I know you were worried about that about halfway through your day on Friday.
No, well, honestly, I spent a lot of the time, I would just do a lot of truck stuff, a lot of ways to kind of incorporate, I played not a lot of songs, but many songs that involved a truck or not winning, I don't know, but if I played All I Do Was Win, I could be like, all right, you could be singing this, shitty, cheesy shit like that. But they appreciated that. You know what I mean? That's what they want. That's exactly what they wanted. They wanted like a radio kind of talk up feel, promotional vibe to the whole thing. So it was, it's not in my wheelhouse to really be cheesy like that, but I had fun with it. I just kind of let myself go and didn't really care what, if it was cheesy, because at times it was. I know some of the stuff I said was absolutely hokey and cheesy, but it was It got your attention. You know what I mean?
You
And
keep saying cheesy, and I listened to your cheesy ass best of today.
Oh, did you? Yeah, that was pretty. Thankfully, I don't have that anymore. I don't have. It's all gone. Oh, did you see? Oh, you meant on the old show they're in best of, so they must have played.
Yeah,
that.
they're in best of all week. I happened to turn it on this morning for a minute, and they were talking about the greasy dimple above your crack.
Perfect timing. Somebody had just asked us here in chat and everything the other day about that. I
think it was Friday night. We were talking about what it was. You actually
Okay.
revealed the sandwich.
Yes, I actually forgot that we had just. That's why I was confused. I was like, did I cut that up and replay it back when you said best of? I was like, I don't remember cutting that up. But all right, now I understand. A shout out to Blue Wolverine. He was first in chat today, so give him a little bit of love. I did hear that the notifications are working, so that was good to hear. I was happy to hear about that.
Mm-hmm.
I did get a couple. Speaking of some of the old shows, I got a nice chat or a couple messages or comments. David, I think he goes back and he can't watch live, so he goes back and watches the old shows and stuff. He said he's loving the show now. He's loving the show now. How you're doing it, keeping it very interesting. And that was on the. He was commenting on the video where that was issue 46, where we did the Las Vegas alien thing. Which by the way. So YouTube, like I monetize the videos, right? And you make money when people watch them and ads play and all that crap, like anything else you watch. For whatever reason, that issue in particular, they will not monetize. There's something about that issue that they just will not do it. And I noticed like that.
Truth speakers.
I feel like it's because it's something
about
it, that all that alien talk and getting down to the nitty gritty in it. I think that YouTube said, no, you're not going to make any money on that.
You're that too close to the truth.
Might also been the one where we showed the guy getting eaten by a shark. Can't remember if that was that issue too. So might have been that one too.
That one still traumatized me because that dude was calling for his mom.
That's how it happens. People still calling for their mommy in those kind of situations. I was calling for mine when I got sucked out to Africa. I was screaming for mine. All right. So that was nice of him to comment on there and say that. I appreciate it. But then he went on to also then comment and he said, same guy commented, he went ham on it with a whole bunch of them. He was mad that during Mikey's McDonald's challenge where you were doing it, he was upset that I was dragging it out and making you eat cold McDonald's. But speaking of that, I did send an email out to Jason. He is one of the people who wanted to do the Mikey's McDonald's challenge. But I think he travels for. He's a truck driver, so I don't know if it's easy for him to do that. So I know my daughter's boyfriend really, really wants to do it, but he's holding off and wants to do it on a specific episode. And he said he won't do it until that episode, the specific number. So I said, okay, man, we'll hold off. So if anybody wants to go with the next couple episodes,
in the meantime.
I believe he is actually.
He's
coming
practicing.
Up with strategy. He's strategizing everything. So if you want to do it in the meantime, if you want to try Mikey's McDonald's challenge between now and the next week or so, send me an email, anotherdumbshow@gmail.com. And you can always email the show too, anotherdumbshow@gmail.com. But this comment said from David said, I'm not sure if I can continue to support a guy that doesn't like ketchup and ranch. That's weird, dude. That's weird. He said that hurt me more than when you were talking about politics. And I replied back to him and I said, I also hate American cheese and apple pie. So you're going to have to revoke my Murica card because I'm the least American person.
How can anyone hate them orange slices of golden goodness?
Oh, it's so gross. It's so nasty.
Dude, I could just eat a whole pack of Kraft Singles. That's was my nickname when I was a kid. Jeez.
Oh, just PTSD from my stepmom making the scrambled eggs, and she would just lay it right on the top. She wouldn't even melt it on the inside, and it wouldn't even melt.
Those things don't melt right.
It was like half melted on the top, and I hated the taste of it as it was. And oh my God, it was just absolutely awful, absolutely terrible. And to this day, I hold it against her. I always will, because I told her I didn't like it, and she never backed down, and she made that shit for me all the damn time. So that's why. Eat your
damn eggs and go mow the lawn, you son of a bitch.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Quit your bitching and get outside. Go outside. That's all they want. So everybody's upset. I've seen a lot of people complaining that I didn't do a hot dog eating challenge on the 4th of July. Now, 4th of July, I needed to recoup. I needed a day off. I was beat from that past weekend. I needed to recoup. But, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, I can't eat 64 hot dogs. So for me to do the hot dog challenge on the 4th of July, when Joey Chestnut can take down 69 hot dogs or something, it's just kind of silly. Now, what I will say for the future, maybe next year, because I'm also not a huge fan of hot dogs. I'm not going to lie. I'll tolerate a hot dog at a ballpark.
Flavor would get to me. I'd get flavor sick before I got full.
Exactly. Like I like a few of them at the ballpark. That's really the only time I really enjoy a hot dog, when they're nice and fresh and
hot
steamy.
Dogs are situational.
Yep. It's baseball games. That's it for me. And I guess occasionally if it's and actually my son's baseball games, they have them at the concession stand there. They taste just like
I'll
the
grab
ballpark.
a dollar dog or something like that. Hell yeah.
Exactly right. So it's not so bad there, but I'm not interested in eating a whole bunch of them, and I can't do it. Now, however, I do love bratwurst. Maybe next year I aim for some sort of bratwurst challenge. I do something like that because I think I could mow quite a few brats. Not 69 by any means, but I think I could get quite a few brats down. Maybe we do a brats challenge against each other or something like that. I don't know. Maybe next year. Do you like brats?
I don't. Hot dogs, brats, and sausage, not the biggest fan.
Really?
Maybe like an Italian hot sausage. Like, it's got to have some kick to it, though.
All right. Well, you can do hot sausages then, and I'll do bratwurst.
Oh.
I don't know if I could do
That
a hot
actually
sausage.
sounds good.
I don't know if I could do a hot sausage challenge. I wouldn't last very long. I would get all these jalapenos I've been eating. I think I'm burning a hole in my stomach. I've been eating jalapeno poppers like it's going out of style. So it's bad for business, man. I'm seriously think I'm burning. Start my streaming software. Oh, there it goes. It just came back. That was weird. That was really weird. I wonder what happened there. Okay, we're back up and running. Looks like it cracked out for a sec, but we're back. We're up and good. Give me thumbs up in the chat when you guys say it says it's in excellent condition. Stream health is good. I don't know what happened there for a sec. All right. Well, in the meantime, Mike, you can still hear me, right?
I can still hear you. I'm looking in the chat right now.
All right, perfect. Good
It
stuff.
says, no, you're back. No, jalapeno pit.
All right, perfect. I burned my asshole out. All right, so a couple fireworks videos. One of them is, where is that one at? Oh, no. What is going on with these videos not saving where I thought I saved them to? Why does this keep happening? Well,
by the way, I'm only going to be good till the break tonight. I'm going out for unlimited sushi for Oliver's 7th birthday.
That's fine. Whatever you got to do, my friend. That's all good. I totally understand. What in the world? I swear I had a second one, but anyway, no, look, guess not. This is the one that I found that I thought was pretty crazy that went viral, but I swear I'm going to have to download that other one because it's pretty good. So, because Chris sent me a pretty good one too, but I don't know how I lost it. So, well, in the meantime, let's get this one up. Here is one really good fireworks thing that happened. Well, it's not really good, actually. It's pretty scary. I couldn't imagine. Is the one that you saw scary, Mikey? Is that why you're smiling?
I laughed a lot at it, yeah.
You son of a bitch. All right, so here it is. There's just these, it's a Ring doorbell camera. It's just a family just chilling on their front porch on the 4th of July, and this happens. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Oh, there's a baby, damn it.
You're crying, you're laughing at him.
I didn't hear the baby crying, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it's really awful. I'm not really sure what these people were thinking. I don't know if it was some sort of dispute that's going on in the neighborhood or what. I have no idea.
Just saw an unsuspecting family sitting out enjoying the 4th.
Yeah, they're just sitting there chilling, relaxing, enjoying themselves, and some dipshit hurls a fucking firework at them.
My father be in the car right now with a gun on his way chasing that truck down.
Well, you did see there was one guy that took off after him, but I think it was a little bit too late. I think they were already gone at that point. And I mean, your initial reaction is just, oh, they threw something, you just yell at him or whatever. And then all of a sudden you realize you're watching oops, sorry, I hit the wrong button. You're watching the this thing get ready to explode. So I mean, just look how crazy this is.
Thank God it didn't come up on the porch.
Does it not go? Oh yeah, it goes right next to it. You're right. Oh man.
So
good call,
a lot
Mikey.
of it is shielded and bounces back towards the road a little bit or straight up.
That's
But
a good
if
call.
it would have landed on the porch under the chair, dude, that kid would be in big trouble.
They all might. Yeah, they could have all gotten fried. See, there goes the guy to run after him. But what was that? Oh wait,
They did it to another house.
Did they, or did the guy in the red pop off a few rounds?
Oh, you know, I didn't think about that. Maybe he did shoot his gun.
That sounds more like
That sounds like gunshots.
That's what I'm saying. Here, let's see it again. So I'm trying to see if he pulls something out.
The sound of the first thing blowing up to the second one.
Good call. All right, let's do it. All right, here we go.
Fuck you. What happened?
That was nothing. Totally different.
That guy
Looks like he reaches in his belt. You see that?
Looks like he reaches across his waist.
Left front, or do you see right front? Because
No.
it looks like his left front's already reaching.
Looks like his right hand goes to his left pocket.
Wow.
No.
I totally missed this in the other one, and like when I watched. Damn,
1, 2, 3.
I talked right over it. Sorry. Boy, that sure does sound like gunfire to me. Wow, I didn't even notice that before. I wonder. Wow.
And I hadn't. That's not the viral video I saw.
No, did you see the one that I probably got sent with the truck?
Yeah.
I definitely downloaded that. That's why I don't understand where it went. I definitely downloaded this video. Well, I'll try to get it again. We'll a little bit later on. But yeah, I wanted to fire off some firework videos for you guys because, you know, I hate fireworks just as much as you guys. But hey, I want to see them. I want to see them. I do enjoy watching the people almost blow themselves to nothing. Mikey.
Yeah, that and bonfire videos.
Yeah. I have a question for you. So the 4th of July, what did you do the 4th of July? We didn't really even talk about it. Did you do anything on the 4th of July? I can't
Had a little
remember.
cookout at my parents' house. Enjoyed a little food. Spent the morning moving the dogs and stuff over into the girls' new house and everything like that, getting all that settled. And then, like a mile from my house, there's like one of the highest points in Rochester.
Yeah.
So we went up to the top of that hill and we could watch the local fireworks over to the right, and then we can see downtowns, and then we can see every other towns at the same time. So it's cool to see the sky light up like that. So me, Brianna, and Oliver all went up there and enjoyed
That's
the
nice.
fireworks.
That's good. Did you guys like
He was
take chairs and snacks and all that stuff? And
No, we just went up there right before the fireworks started. And it
lesson
was just
learned.
kind of standing on the hill.
Lesson
he was
learned
bored.
for next time. Yep, got to keep the kid occupied because they got about 10 seconds of that stuff before. Oh, sorry about that. My phone's on. They got about 10 seconds before they start getting annoyed when it comes to those things. They're bored because I remember that. Mine were not. They must be like me because they must pick up on my vibe because I'm just like, oh my God, I can't wait for these to be over with. Just get to the grand finale because that's all that's really good about any of these stupid fireworks. That's all I'm waiting for.
It's only fun when you're like sitting really close underneath them. Like I can see if like you're a kid and you're enjoying it, like, and you're like right on the hill and you see where they're lighting them off. I enjoy that, but being further away,
never did
not
it for
as
me.
fun.
Never really did it for me. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I was just afraid of them or what, but it never really did it for me. But
The loud noises is what does it for me.
well, I don't care for the loud noises except the end. Those big booms, the repetitive that sounds like actual, you know, that guy shooting off his gun or whatever. That I did like that. The grand finales are cool. I do like that. And I will say the Roverfest fireworks were always good because it was like one grand finale the whole time. It was just so insane. Like those were always pretty good. And I think it was just because of the moment I was in. I always enjoyed those. Those were pretty freaking
I don't remember one of them.
awesome.
I don't remember. No, that's a lie. There was one, the year that we had 2 stages, and the fireworks went off on the backside stage.
I don't even remember. The one I remember the most is when it was shot off over like the tugboat or whatever. That was probably one of the best ones when it was down on the pier.
Oh, in Voinovich Park.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Those were really good. Well, it's good. It sounded like you had a fun fourth.
Yeah, how about you? You just laid low?
I was-
The kids were out of town.
The kids are out of town. And so I was kind of flying solo. And so I was like, man, I can go out. I can do something. So I was like, all right, I'm going to text my buddy and I'm going to see what I'm going to like. So I texted him. I'm like, look, I'm totally solo tonight. No kids, no girl, nothing. What's going on? And he said, well, I'm going out to my girl's family for the day. I'll hit you back up when we come back out, and we'll go from there. So I'm sitting around and I start, I'm kind of like, I figure, you know what, wherever we go, I'm probably just going to end up Ubering there. So I'm just going to have a couple beers, and I'll, kind of pregame here by myself. So I started doing that, and then I got about 3 beers deep, and I realized it was kind of gotten a little bit late in the day, and I'm like, what's going on with this guy? I haven't heard back here yet. And so, cracked another brew, drank that, figured I'd have till the end of that brew to figure it out, or that I'd hear from him. Then nothing. So then I'm just sitting there like, well, what do I do now? Do I text this person and be like, do I sound like a little bitch and be like, hey, what's going on? What's up
poppin'?
with the plans? Did you forget about me? But I'm such a weirdo about that. I don't want to do it because I don't want to seem all needy or whatever. So I just kind
I'll blow your phone up like you got the last crack rock in the whole state.
Oh, so you're totally different than me because I just sit there and I take personal offense to it, and I just sit back and go, well, fine, I'll just sit here all by myself then.
There you go. Exactly. You hang on to a resentment, and you're the one drinking poison, hoping he gets sick.
And then I sit there all alone by myself drinking, just sitting there angry. Exactly. And so, yeah, I know. I'm wondering. And now my question is, the reason I bring this up is, if this was the first time this happened, it really wouldn't be that big of a deal. But this, Mikey, I'm not lying to you. This is probably now, at least, definitely the second, if not the third or fourth time that this has happened.
Consecutive?
Maybe second consecutive.
If ever that ever happened to me consecutively, that I wouldn't consider that person a friend no more.
I'm starting to feel like that. I'm starting to wonder if I I don't want to be like a bitch and be like, did I do something to upset you or offend you to make you not want to hang out, or did I do something the last time we hung out that I don't remember?
How long of a friend are we talking here? Like
long time.
Long time friend. Oh, so this not a type of friend. Like I would just end up cutting ties because somebody's wasting my time like that. Like if you don't want to hang out or whatever, just let me know earlier in the day. Don't leave me with that little string that says I'm gonna hit you up later when we're heading back into town, and then completely blow me off. And then it happens twice in a row. You dicked me around twice. I'm sorry. I should have learned my lesson the first time. You're a chump.
And then I think another well, I'm the one who feels like a chump, though. That's the thing. Like, I feel like a chump for for going back for more and getting. And I think, honestly, one of the times that it happened, this person told me to just call one of our other friends and go out with them. And I was like, wait, what? I thought we were going to, it was such a weird situation. So, yeah, I'm trying to figure out, like, do I leave it, because it's such, like, if this was somebody I hadn't been friends with for very long, I would just, whatever, all right, cool, we're not close, or whatever.
Take the hit, whatever.
You want to be my friend? We don't have to be friends. You know what I mean? But now I'm like, because I've known this person so long, do I confront them and be like, yo, is there a problem? Are you not cool with some decisions I've made or something I did when we hung out, or what? Or did you just completely get drunk and forget about me again? Or
don't give them an
what?
out.
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'm not really sure what I should do. If I should
shoot him a text. Why are you being a bitch?
I don't know. Give me a call. 844-HATE-DUMB, 844-448-3862.
Put them on Front Street. If they're a friend, what's up, bitch?
Light them up about it. So, yeah, but I don't know. I feel like this person would just kind of laugh at me. I think this person would just be like, I would get blamed on me for being crazy.
Stop being an insecure friend.
Yes, that's essentially what would happen. I think. So I'm not.
Your
exactly
feelings
sure.
count too, dumb. Your feelings count too.
Thank you. I think my feelings should count very much so. So thank you for saying that. And let's see what this person agrees. Hi, you're on another dumb show. 435. It's you. Hello. You're there. Hello. Another dumb show. Are you there? Are you talking? I can't hear you if you're talking. 435. Oh no, the phone's not working right? 435, can you hear me? Are you there? Oh no. What's going on here? Hold on one sec. 435, talk if you can hear me. That's weird.
Oh, I don't agree with Christina. Christina in the chat says, "Don't be thirsty. No one likes the thirsty friend." I think you're being the opposite of thirsty. You're just trying to be a friend, and the other person's being the non-committal douche. Sorry, if it's your friend.
Well, no, I mean, I feel like that is kind of douchey. That's the thing. Like, but it makes me wonder: did I do something douchey? Is there something I did in the past that is making this person feel
girlfriend, new girlfriend? Like maybe the girlfriend puts the kibosh on it. Are you the bad influence friend?
You know, there's a part of me that maybe thinks that maybe it might be part the same girlfriend for a long time, but I'm not 100% sure. In my experience, just girlfriend's never had a problem with me, but she's also not a very vocal person, so I don't expect her to really say anything outwardly. It would be a behind the scenes thing probably to him and not to me directly, certainly. So maybe that's what's going on. I'm not really sure. So I don't know. I do. I don't know what's going on. This is really annoying me that somebody's calling and I can't pick it up. 435, are you there? Can you hear me? Louisville. Hello, Kentucky. That is so odd. There's no reason this shouldn't be working. I'm going to reboot it.
Can't see their levels or nothing?
No, they're not even talking. So that's why I'm wondering if they're, and I'm showing that I'm sending sound to them. So I'm not really exactly sure why they're not coming back to me. I should be getting something from them, but I am not. So 502, call back. If you're listening to the show, call back. I'm going to reboot it. We'll see if that fixes the problem. Sorry about that. I have you guys call and then the damn phones don't work. My bad. I've done a test and they usually when I call and they work, they just work. Never had that happen where I pick up a phone call and they don't work. So
everyone in the chat speculating that it's Charlie.
Charlie who?
That the friend is Charlie.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I do know a guy named Charlie. I do know a guy named Charlie.
And I know a guy that would fucking laugh his ass off at this conversation and say you're being an insecure.
Hi, you're on another dumb show. Did I fix it? Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. 435. Hey, who's this?
This is Hoodie.
Hey, Hoodie, what's up, dude? I don't know why your name didn't save. What's going on, bro? How are you?
I haven't called in yet. This is my first time call.
Oh, my bad, dude. I'm sorry. Well, yeah, I just you're the one who sent the video, one of the firework videos, right?
Yep. I just sent in the truck one.
I'll have to get that pulled up later on because I did download it, but I somehow managed to lose it. I don't know how I did. I made a whole blur project out of it, and I somehow lost the whole damn thing. But what's going on, my dude? Yeah. What do you think I should do? Blow this friend off or call him out or what?
No, definitely shouldn't blow him off. If you've been a long-time friend, you just need to come up with him and ask him, maybe what's up with us? We good? Not? Don't let it get in your head.
It's definitely in my head. Yeah, it's eating me alive. Yeah. Well, not eating me alive. I don't want to sound like that. It's just it ate me alive that day because I was just like, what the fuck, man? Well, especially because it had happened once before, and then I almost felt like maybe it's my own fault for not learning my lesson and being like, you know what, fuck it. I should probably try to find some new friends if this is going to continue to happen. I guess. So, all right. Well, I got another person.
Apparently, it bothers you. All right, dude.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Right, keep it real.
No, you're.
Apparently, it's bothering you a little bit. So just ask him. That's all you can do. Is ask him, and hopefully he's honest with you, and you know what's going on.
All right. Okay. Good. That's a good start, Mike. You're just smirking over there. Thanks, Odie. I appreciate it, bro. Mike, put your
I would definitely be sending that text. You're a bitch.
So you would see. So you'd say the same thing if you did that to me, If you did that to me, which I don't think you would do, that's the thing. I don't think, because you don't think you're too cool
I'd
for the
expect you
room.
to text me and call me a bitch.
What, for not doing it? Like you would say, I'm confused.
If I blew you up, if I blew a friend off,
yeah,
and told them I was going to hit them up, I'd expect them to be angry and hit me up. I would owe them. Because if I say I'm going to do something, I'm a committed person. Especially, I'm even going to hit you up if I get too fucked up and say, "Hey, I'm too fucked up. I can't party tonight."
Well, I controlled myself, and Nugget Man says, "Give him a call now." I don't want to put my friend on blast any more than I already have. And thank you for the super chat donation there. I appreciate it, bro. But no, I don't. So I guess what the next step is to send a text, but don't put it in the. So you're saying don't put it in the context like what did I do wrong? Just be like,
no,
yo,
not until
why
you
are
actually make contact.
Text the
Don't
person.
automatically assume that you did something wrong. You can't automatically go on the "you're at fault" thing. You just got to hit them up and be like, "Yo, what happened? This is like the second time in a row."
Well, there might be a time where I did at one of this person's parties, maybe even at their housewarming party, pull my pants down and walk down the stairs backwards with my ass pulled open, giving everybody a Texas red eye and kind of doing the assholio Jim Carrey thing. So maybe his girlfriend has a problem with me coming over to their house every once in a while. That could be it. I did spill a glass of red wine on their couch one time, but that wasn't my fault. There was an animal that bumped into me. So I do have a history at the house over there. So maybe that's what it is. They're just worried I'm going to destroy their house a little bit more than I already have, or embarrass them in front of all their other friends. That could be what it was. So Amanda's telling me to text them. No, I'm not blowing anybody up during the show. This person probably is sleeping anyway, if I had to guess, or in. Oh, I did get a text. Oh, okay. I got an apology text. So apparently my friend is watching. Thank you for watching. I appreciate the apology. Thank you very much. So there you go. I got my text message. So that's very funny.
You're still a bitch.
That. I guess I am a little bitch. Who's a bitch? No. My friend's a bitch or I'm a bitch? That's the thing. I'm the one who feels like a bitch. That's the problem. I'm the one who feels like a total bitch.
You're like the battered boyfriend.
I know. Oh, Jesus. Well, speaking of battery, I'll talk to this person after the show and talk to my friend. Apology accepted. Appreciate it. Moving on. Speaking of my other friend, Mikey, who gives me good advice and has my back, is there for me, telling me great recommendations for things to watch. And
put the sticks down.
I did put the controller down. I did not play any F1. I have to be honest with you though. I am literally dreaming about F1. I am dreaming about that goddamn video game. I actually couldn't sleep last night because I kept having I would fall asleep and get right back into the dream. Wake up, come out of it, fall back asleep, right back into the dream. So I was like all wrapped up with F1 in my sleep last night. But I did take the time to take Mikey's recommendation and watch Muscles and Mayhem, the American Gladiators documentary. And man, oh man, thank you, Mikey, for having me watch this, because what a roller coaster ride. Oh, what a roller coaster ride this whole thing was. Sorry, you're good. Don't worry about it. Do your thing. Here, I'll tell you what. Just what I'll do is I'm just going to play. Where the hell is it? I'm just going to play the trailer for anybody who hasn't watched it. I'm going to play the trailer and you guys can just kind of see for yourself what this is all about, because it is what a walk down memory lane. I forgot how much I love American Gladiators. I forgot. I don't know how I forgot, because I watched so much of this show. I watched every single episode of the show.
Oh, of course.
I was obsessed with Ice. I loved Ice. Come to find out, really, that was a bad decision after watching this documentary, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But so here is the trailer for Muscles and Mayhem, an American Gladiators unauthorized documentary or whatever the fuck it's called. It's about gladiators. Here you go. Steve-O. Is it just
He does
me?
have
Like,
that feature.
maybe it's just the teeth, like that big mouth or whatever. I'm not sure. But if you just shaved his head and, attached a crocodile to his nuts or something, he'd look just like Steve-O, I think.
I can't see anybody other than Lex Luger.
Yeah, I mean, they're so ripped or whatever. But I think it's something about that smirk, his little face and his smirk. And then also that fucking awesome show that was, man. I have to tell you, it's on Netflix. It's I don't know, how many episodes long is it? 4, 5, something like that?
5,
maybe?
and they're short
5.
Ones too. They're only like 35 to 45 minutes.
Now, I will say, about halfway through the second episode, I was starting to get a little bit bored. And I think it was almost like they did it on purpose. I know that sounds stupid, but it was almost like because they were highlighting the show so much and not the gladiators enough, to where I was getting like, I get it. I get what the show was. It was a sucky to start, and it turned out to be a success. And then they started diving right about as I was starting to feel that way. They shifted the whole thing and outwardly said that, like, that's what the whole point of the documentary turned into, how the show really didn't matter. It was about the gladiators. They were what made that show, not the fucking show itself. And then it was like, perfect timing. Now they hooked me back in. And man, it was so awesome watching all those. Like I said,
watch through the other lens.
Yeah,
the other documentary, the 30 for 30, which goes with the guy that claims to be the creator and the origin of it.
Well, I mean, it sounds like he did they gave him credit for coming up kind of, sort of. It sounds like he even stole the name American Gladiators from somebody else, but then was the one who ran with the idea. I have a show called American Gladiators. No idea what it is or how we're going to do it, but it's mine and create it.
It unfolds in a very, very, very weird, suspicious way in the other documentary. It's interesting for a whole different set of reasons. But this was definitely all about the gladiators, and you loved getting into their personalities and how big it was, and it just really hit all the nostalgia things for that side. Well, I watched it in opposite order. I watched the 30 for 30 first. So I was like, what am I going to learn about this show that I didn't already know? I know a bunch of gladiators refused to be in the 30 for 31. All the ones that refused to be in that were in this Netflix one.
Well, that makes sense then. Because, well, God, it was so good. I mean, the nostalgia factor aside, the characters, the director, that Bob Levy guy, talking about his porn collection and what a creep he was. Is there somebody he reminded you of, by the way? Somebody who might be, from what I heard, maybe was in part of a meth explosion, as far as his addiction to women and Jeffrey is who I'm talking about. He reminded me of Jeffrey. He reminded me of a higher functioning Jeffrey because he was. Sorry, and I had to put my chat down if you guys are saying anything. He said he was just his obsession with porn and women. That's all I could think of was that it was just this a higher functioning Jeffrey. He needed the glasses and was kind of this little guy. So he totally reminded me of him. But what I was talking about, the walk down memory lane, is it made me think of, I totally forgot that, well, how much of a thing that was in my house. Like, we all watched it together. Like, the only thing we really watched together in my house as a family were Browns, Indians, and Cavaliers games, Wheel of Fortune, and Jeopardy. No, not usually Jeopardy. My parents usually had gone upstairs at that point. But American Gladiators, we were all downstairs around the TV to watch American Gladiators. And when they got to the part with the tour, I had like this flashback of remembering being it was like it took me right back to when I was a little kid. Or not a little kid, I was like late teens. And mid to late teens when this was 89 to 96. So it was right in my wheelhouse, man. It was like my 7th grade through senior year, man. Those are great formative years, you know what I'm saying? So all those muscles,
6 to 11 or 6 to 13 for me.
Well,
so it was right up there with like WWF wrestling for me.
I was kind of past WWE at that point and moved into Gladiators because I was more into real football. So it was I love the aggression because I had all my testosterone was pumping because I was young and angry and angsty and ready to rumble all the time. And that was like, American Gladiators was it. That was what I wanted to be, a gladiator. It was, remember, I had body dysmorphia and wanted to be a WWE guy and all that. And same idea. But the thing that what I remembered was my dad saying to me that when they went on tour, he wanted to try out for it. And I remember, like, part of me, because my dad was larger than life to me at all times, because he was 6'5", like 275 pounds, 300 maybe roundly in there somewhere. He was a big guy.
It's a big human.
He was just, and everybody looked up to him. He was the biggest guy around. Like, there were no other people his size in our neighborhood.
Had an aura to him.
Yes, he was very big shoes to fill. He was very quick-witted. Like, my dad was, I wanted to be just like my dad for sure. But then I never was going to be as tall as him, and I never was going to be as quick-witted as him. It just wasn't going to happen, as you guys can see. But he always had kind of these like weird things that he wanted to kind of prove his youthfulness a little bit. Like, at one point, he was trying to talk us into letting him get rollerblades. And I just remember we were yelling at him saying, Dad, you're sick. You're this giant. You can't be on rollerblades. You're going to be 8 feet tall once you put those things on your feet. But so then it also, if you watch that Gladiators documentary, Mikey, the part that reminded me of my dad was just this absolutely insane part where one of because they talk a lot about not just the gladiators, they talk about the contenders as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go into a scene with one of the contenders who was one of the dirtiest contenders of all time. And I'm going to do a spoiler alert for you. So if you don't want to watch it or hear, I understand. But what this guy ends up doing after American Gladiators is insane. And the fact that he actually admits it and highlights it in the show is even more insane. Why would you even bring this up? So he is known as the dirtiest contender. And those are the people who would go up against the gladiators and the joust and assault and atmosphere and all that stuff. He goes on. Here's the clip from the documentary where he talks about what he did post American Gladiators.
It was funny because after the show, I started doing.
Oh, and by the way, I got this from some chick who recorded it or whatever, so the audio is a little shitty. Sorry.
It was funny because after the show, I started doing a lot of trips into Mexico, and I found that bringing people back was paying me more than working.
Just so nonchalantly. Yeah.
A coyote.
Yeah, I found out that, being a human smuggler definitely paid a lot more than working at Walmart selling sporting goods. Yeah, no shit, dude. But, I love how he just thinks he just so casually says it like he's not doing one of the most scumbag things in the world, human trafficking. I just, for Christ's sakes, dude, are you fucking kidding me? So here
bringing people to freedom.
I guess. Yeah,
he's doing God's work.
But God, how many people? But how many of those people? There's a reason he ended up. Here, go on and watch this.
Paying me more than working at the sporting goods at Walmart, so I became a smuggler for almost 12 years.
Cool.
I got caught in Mexico. I did 2 years in a Mexican prison. They, in the Mexican prison, even knew about the Gladiator show.
Cool.
So they were trying to rope me
Sweet
into
brag.
boxing. So I can't say that the Gladiator experience didn't help me. It did. It gave me some credibility, with the bad guys, because they remembered it. And so it was a help for me throughout my life.
Cool. Yeah. So when I went to jail for human smuggling, I was able to get through it because they remember me from being the dirtiest contender on American Gladiators. What a fucking tool. What a complete douchebag that guy is. But I have to say, Mikey, thank you again for the recommendation. It was probably one of the better documentaries I've watched in a long time. I really enjoyed it quite a bit. So I definitely recommend everybody go back and watch that if you liked it. If you liked American Gladiators.
Speaking of, not speaking of, but as an update, did you see that the cocaine story in the White House is already shifting?
Well, where I came across today, I got a bogus headline that said it had shifted to a third different location. Now,
Yep.
yeah, I think yesterday we actually had already, we must have been ahead of the game, because where they're announcing the third location is where we said it was yesterday. Because
No, not what I'm reading right now from,
the
when
cubby
is this
hole,
from?
I was
No, after the cubby hole, it's someplace different, a floor below that, in a heavily trafficked area where the vice president's car
oh,
parks.
okay, so I did read that. Okay, so I
And this
misunderstood
is
it
6
then.
hours ago.
Okay, so I misunderstood that then. So okay, wow. What, here we go. We are definitely, it's looking a little bit more like Hunter Biden, because there was another story I read. Oh, where are the details on that?
Investigators expect to be done with the investigation by Monday now. The inquiry was previously expected to take a few weeks, so now suddenly they're going to have answers within a week.
That's right. It's by the
Now they're
Situation
saying
Room.
where the cocaine was found, officials say that area is also heavily trafficked. Found in an entrance area between the foyer and lower level lobby. The sources say the entrance is near where some vehicles like the vice president's limo or SUV park. It is one floor below the main wing offices and the same floor of the Situation Room and dining area. Yep.
You know that's where Hunter's coming in at. You know
Oh.
that's what that means. That's where Hunter's coming in at. And I mean, how you have got, if you are them, you have got to nip this in the bud immediately and not let this drag out, because the whole country, the whole world, everybody is sitting there going, it's Hunter's. It's Hunter's. We know where it came from. It's Hunter's. Let's find out where Hunter was at the time, or tell us whose it was. There's just no doubt about it. And
There's going to be a patsy on Monday. Some poor janitor.
well, that's the point. How do they not know at this point? Now all of a sudden there's no cameras down there. Okay, there's not cameras all over the White House, every entrance, every angle of every entrance,
Doorway, in multiple angles of every doorway.
And the fact that I watched because I love that live news now from Fox. It's not Fox News. It's just that live feed of everything that's happening in the world. And they always play the White House press briefings. And this woman that does it, I think her name is Corinne Jean-Pierre or whatever. Who, by the way, if you're into makeup, I'm not into makeup, but I only know makeup because B1 used to always, like, I'd have to watch makeup tutorials, and she'd always have me grade her contour and stuff. This chick has the greatest contour on her eyes you'll ever see in your life. Just throw that on. Her eyelashes, her eyebrows. It's incredible. Chicks will understand. Anyway, she will not answer any questions about this thing, this stuff. She says they're referring it to the Secret Service, and also said she can't answer it because of the Hatch Act, which I believe has something to do with campaign stuff, and you can't really talk about it because it could potentially have to do with the campaign. I could be incorrect, but I think so. So the idea that that they won't answer any questions about it is these. And I watch these press conferences. This woman will not answer one single question that is remotely controversial when it comes to anything having to do with Hunter or Joe. And right now, too, there's this new little thing they have going on there with Biden's granddaughter that they're ignoring. You familiar with this?
No, that I'm not familiar with at all.
Well, yeah, because Hunter Biden has a kid that he basically is working to not have anything to do with, and they actually.
No, that's not surprising.
Oh yeah, they actually because I think it's such a crazy story. It's with his brother's ex or something, or if it was, I can't even remember the whole story. It's such a crazy long story. But
If
anyway,
it's with his brother's ex, that means it's daddy uncle.
Yeah, well,
Uncle Daddy.
I don't know. I can't even remember exactly who it is. Here, I'll find you exactly who it is. But there's his. Long story short, they're disowning this grandchild. They're not allowing it to have the Biden name, and they're really going out of their way to hide this situation where Hunter, he settled a child support dispute with this woman, London Roberts. That's the mother of the 4-year-old. That he had out of wedlock with this kid, and this girl's name. Yeah, yeah. But as part of the deal, Hunter agreed to play a role in his daughter's life, supposedly. Oh, so I had it backwards. I thought he was trying to stay out of it, but it's just that he's actually going to be a part of her life. But from all the reports that I've seen so far, the president has not acknowledged even that he now has a 7th grandchild. In fact, when they were talking about it, he talked about only having 6 grandchildren.
I'm surprised he even knows that.
He is a little. Well, you think maybe
asking the name of his 6 grandbabies, he is not getting 3 of them right.
Well, you think Jill would give him a little bit of help with that? I would think. And Pat, who was it? Somebody in there just said his brother's widow, his sister-in-law. Yeah, that's what it was. It was his sister-in-law. Sorry, I always, you guys know me. I'm bad with long-distance family relations. Unless it's like, if it's just only 1 or 2 family relations, it gets confusing for me. I can only talk about family relations that are like 7 separated. Okay, that's the only way my brain is able to understand family, because mine's so crazy. So yeah, we'll see. I'm glad you brought that up, because I'm interested to see what's going to happen with it. I think you're right. They're going to find some sort of patsy. They're going to find somebody who's going to have to, they'll
send him to rehab. It'll be a redemption story. There'll be a movie on Lifetime in the fall.
Yeah. Oh, I'm bummed you got to go, dude. I wanted to talk to you about the Rudy Farias story. Did you look any more into that?
I read some into it. I haven't found anything else other than the same little interview clips from the same neighbor that says that kid played in my garage with my nephew and my niece all the time. Didn't even know there was a kid missing in the neighborhood.
I have so many clips, Mikey. The story is so insane. It's nuts. Maybe we hold off until tomorrow and talk about it when you're here, because I'd really love to have you here to talk about it, because
I'd love to talk about it.
Yeah, I know, because it's so interesting.
I must be looking in all the wrong places right now. Like I tried to go down the rabbit hole, and everything I found is all these official statements, and they're still looking into it. And he was missing for 8 years. Oh, the mom brought him to the hospital.
Well, I'll just
says she thought he was abused and stuff.
I'll nutshell you for it right now. There's here, let me give you the timeline real quick. I'll take me 2 minutes. You got a couple minutes, or do you got to go right now?
Yeah.
All right.
No, they ain't gonna be leaving the amusement park probably for another 5-10 minutes.
All right, perfect. So, where is this story at? Because I have it down here. I was gonna talk about it a little bit later on. So here's the actual timeline of events of what happened with him. So it goes all the way back to like 2011. So this Rudy has a brother who gets killed in a motorcycle accident. The family can't really handle it. The dad in 2014 then goes on to commit suicide. So just a tragic kind of family situation going on there all around. Then in 2015, Rudy, one of the other son, he was reported as missing. He disappears, reported as missing. Then supposedly in 2018, he's seen, and this is by neighbors, and this hasn't been officially confirmed or whatever, but supposedly he was seen in 2018. Then on June 29th, Rudy was found. He was found in front of a Houston church, unresponsive, and a concerned citizen called the police, and that's where they found him and determined that he was this person who's been missing for 8 years. Now, technically, when you go missing when you turn 17 in Texas, you are actually an adult. Texas's the age of adulthood is 17 for whatever reason. I thought it was 18 everywhere, but apparently in Texas, you're legally an adult when you're 17. So that leads me to believe that they really the police didn't look for this kid too much, to be honest with you.
It doesn't sound like it.
No, I don't think they did. And when I say kid, it's, that's relative, because now he's a 25-year-old adult. Now, all these allegations came out yesterday that Rudy told this Quan LX, this local activist, that his mother had been drugging him, had kept him as a sex slave, basically, was making him play daddy for her in the house and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. Well, the Houston police came out today and said that none of that is true. That they know of. They have nothing to prove that happened. Rudy didn't. When they interviewed Rudy didn't corroborate any of that. But their investigation is still underway. And I have.
Yeah, I didn't see everything I had read said that Rudy was still nonverbal or not in a place where he could be interviewed. So I didn't see the update that they had interviewed him at all yet.
Well, the police actually did it with Quanell interviewed him. Quanell talked to him, and he got all this information from him. And I have Quanell's whole interview here. That's why I wish I could play it for you, because it's interesting to hear how everything changes. Because the police have a totally different kind of view of everything than he does, than that Quanell dude does. So it's interesting to see the difference. So we'll, Mikey, maybe we'll be a little bit more, because also there's this other weird thing that supposedly there was a burglary at their house last night. And now there's also reports that there might be an insurance fraud and a case in there too. So there's so many layers to this, man. That's why I wanted to dig into it with you. So maybe something weird will happen tonight. And then tomorrow,
maybe I'll do some more digging tonight. So maybe I come armed with the facts and I have more questions than I'll have tonight.
Because it's just every day now since this has come out, almost like hour by hour, there's been a little bit more just drip, drip, drip of kind of strange things that are happening.
Text me some links.
All right, I will. I'll have you check them out, and because I have these clips and stuff too. So I don't know. Maybe I'll come back.
When I'm going into a sodium coma tonight from the amount of fucking soy sauce I'm about to consume, I'll be reading those.
So you're gonna get real sushi. You're gonna be doing sashimi and stuff. Are you gonna like eat the crappy fake
If
American
she gets
sushi?
done soon, man, I'm gonna hate going to this place. They close at 10 o'clock, and if we walk in the door at 9:15, we're gonna be them people.
Yeah, you are.
They're hand rolling my food.
Well, that means that's good though. You're gonna get end of the night stuff, so it's not as fresh, I guess. But at least you're getting it. It's not been sitting in the window all night.
No, usually at this place is all made to order. It's one of them places you go to, you end up spending like $38, $45, and you get 90 minutes to eat as much sushi as you can.
I mean, do you really need to eat that much sushi though? Because honestly,
if you think about it, like a regular roll of sushi is probably like $13 to $15 a good roll, and I can definitely put down 5-6 rolls.
Oh wow,
$13 to $15.
I usually only do a couple, like maybe 2 rolls at the most.
And these come in half rolls too. So every time I order, I mean, they got a menu of, my God, it's 2 pages back and front of different rolls that they have.
I'm usually putting so much wasabi on that shit. I can't really, I can't eat more than a couple rolls, or I'm going to destroy myself. I'm rip myself.
I bring my own soy sauce from home. It's a ponzu sauce. It's like a lemon soy sauce. It's really good, and they don't have it there, so I bring my own.
Do they yell at you? Who do you think you are?
They don't say shit.
Oh, that's funny. Let's see. Where are we at here?
Did you see that video I sent you from the microtel here in Rochester? The kidnapping?
No. When did you put that in? Because I looked for.
It's like 6 o'clock. I just saw the news story happen. There's the story from yesterday. Some lady got dragged out of a hotel lobby by her pimp and the pimp's girlfriend.
Jeez Louise, that's awful.
And then the cops showed up and caught him in a parking lot. The couple's been arrested and they're being held on a $100,000 cash bond or $500,000 cash bond. They ain't getting out of jail. There ain't no bail for these pricks.
Rochester's out of control. I saw the video of one of the Kia boys killed someone.
Oh, they had a couple giant accidents this weekend.
Did they kill?
Friday last week they killed somebody on Midland. They rolled 2 or 3 of them over the weekend.
Did they? Now, was it one of them that got killed, or they hit a pedestrian and
somebody, an innocent bystander?
How did that happen? Was it somebody watching them, or
probably somebody on a sidewalk? I mean, these cars go all over the sidewalk, take care of gates, crush everything, dude.
Now, are you worried about going to this thing you're going to right now? Like being outside, are you worried that there's going to be a Kia boy that just comes rolling up on?
I don't live close enough to that. Where my girl used to live was in one of the a really high traffic area, and she moved like a half a mile from where she's at, but she's in a really good neighborhood now. All the neighbors are really nice. There's no riffraff, no loud music. I mean, the place where she was living the last 5 years, I mean, there's an after party site, like 5 houses up the street, and Monday through Sunday, there's music going from 2 a.m. to 5:30 in the morning because that's where everybody goes after the bars.
Oh, really?
And they just shut down the street and party in the street till 5 o'clock in the morning. I'll be on my way to the gym, and there'll be people falling out and
That sounds like
stumbling
fun.
away from the party.
That sounds like fun to me.
Mm-hmm.
Not living there, but
It would have been back in the day.
Going and doing all that sounds like a blast to me, man. Absolutely.
Yep.
All right. Well, Mikey, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go to break. I'm gonna let you get out of here. When we come back from break, I think I am gonna play some of that Rudy stuff because, and then maybe if you
Do it.
know,
Get the comments from the chat and everything.
see what these guys got to
Love
say.
to hear what
because
some of them conspiracy theorists got in there.
I got to be honest because that's what I had lined up to talk about, and I got a couple other things. I got I don't know. There's some Britney Spears. There's some good '90s nostalgia there with Britney Spears, and I got some hotness happening there too. I got a good brawl at a football game. There's oh yeah, you guys can now follow me on Threads. I don't know if you guys are hip to that. Who knows how long that's going to be? How long that's going to be up and running for? Now that
they're already getting sued.
Yeah, Elon has already threatened to sue at this point. So, but yeah, in the meantime, you can follow me there too. Add another dumb show, easy to find, and all the other ones are exactly the same. Stuff on Instagram, exactly the same from Threads. Pretty cool. So, all right, Mikey. Well, I will let you go do your sushi. Don't eat so much that you get like lead poisoning or whatever from or mercury poisoning. Because remember, you eat too much of that raw food, you're gonna end up getting Pinarina. It's enough.
If the heron didn't kill me, it ain't gonna be sushi that gets me, my brother.
No, that's the thing. That's the way. This dog is killing me. Hey,
Play with me, cat. Play with me now.
Let the cat be. Pinarina, lay down. Puppy wuppy. Can you lay down?
Mexican standoff. Probably can't say that anymore.
No, I don't know. I don't know what the rules are on that, but yeah, you probably can't just say a duel. Or there you go. Or,
a duel, yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know.
I challenge you to a duel.
Not the same thing, but anyway, you can't say anything. What else? No can do, Mikey. That's a no can do right there. No can do. All right, dude. You go do your thing, and I'll. If I don't talk to you, I'll talk to you. You know the drill. See you, man.
All right, love you, brother.
Love you too, bro. Peace. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to let Mikey go do his thing, and when we come back from break, we'll play some of that audio, some of that Rudy Farias audio. We'll talk a little bit what happened to Britney Spears, and like I said, we got some hotness happening. So sit back, relax. If you've not taken a second to like today's video, please make sure you hit that thumbs up and like the video. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please take a second to subscribe to the channel. If you want to comment in the chat, you got to be subscribed. That's one of the rules now. Sorry, guys. So again, feel free to subscribe. That way, if you want to make a comment, be a part of the League of Dummies, you can. But if you want to be an official member of League of Dummies, you have to join. Hit the join button. It's $1.99 a month. It's one of the best ways to help support another dumb show. So I will be right back. I'm going to get myself some delis. You guys go do your thing. Sit back, relax. We'll be right back in another dumb show. Hang on. Hello, welcome back to Another Dumb Show. I'm Another Dumb Show host. Thank you for joining us here on issue number 61 on YouTube this evening. I appreciate you streaming with us. Hope you guys are enjoying your evening. Second hour is always happy hour here on Another Dumb Show. I hope you guys are enjoying a little partaking and doing it responsibly as always. I am also partaking, kicking down some delis. You know how it is. Hope you guys are doing the same. Enjoying yourself. Fucking Mikey. Fucking had to leave. This fucking guy. No, I'm just kidding. I hope he has a good time. So Mikey is not going to be with us the rest of the evening. He's getting himself some sushi. So, I think what I'm going to do, I wanted to talk a little bit more. Oh, I did see in the chat that we have a little bit of I got a bone to pick in here with Christina. Got a problem with my little yappy dog. What's up with that, yo? I got a perfect little puppy wuppy there. And she usually is very quiet. She's not one of these little yappy ass dogs, actually. It's pretty nice when we go places. She usually isn't a yapper. I think just right now she's trying to get Cal up and moving and having a little bit of fun with him. I know you guys hear her bark fairly frequently, but that's because we're in the house and she's just chilling. So, yeah, so leave her alone. Quit picking on my little dog. She's the best. I'd show you a shot of her, but she's laying under the camera trying to ruin everything again and knock off everything. Stupid cat or dog, whatever. All right, so Rudy Farias. I want to pick up where we left off before the break. We'll get into that in just a sec, actually. I don't want to pick up right there. Do you guys hear the big news? And I wish I could play their music because it's just so good. What's going on? I'm so tall today. I must have had my chair short when I set up the camera. Anyway, did you guys hear Creed is coming back? You guys big fans of Creed? It turns out there's a Creed reunion in the works. They changed their Facebook cover to a new thing. So guys, it could be happening. We could get Scott Stapp, whatever you say, however you say his name. He's back. Creed's back. And I'll accept them with arms wide open. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, back to a little bit of nostalgia. Did you guys hear what happened to Britney Spears? She got bitch slapped by Victor Wembanyama, by his security guard. And I don't know what's going on with Britney. I thought she was back on track for a little bit, and then she got off track, and now she's back off track. Then was on track a little again, and now I think she's officially off track again. But she was reportedly smacked in the face by a member of a San Antonio Spurs player security team on Wednesday night. That's this new rookie draft pick, this rookie sensation, Victor Wembanyama. Anyway, she walked up behind this dude to try to, she's apparently a big fan of him. I think she's Texan, so I'm assuming that's why she's a big fan of the Spurs and this guy. But she walked up behind him to try to get his attention and get a picture with him. And she tapped him on the back. And the security guard for this Victor dude turned around, because I'm trying to say his name again, turned around and just backhanded her. So much that her glasses went flying off her face. She then fell down, and then she was able to finally compose herself. And the guy walked over to her, and his excuse for doing it was, you know how it gets when people start to crowd or whatever. It just, you'd understand. And apparently Britney was just well, yeah, I guess I totally kind of understand that. Yeah, the guy said, you understand how it is when you're being swarmed by fans, he allegedly told Britney. So I do have actually a video of a guy who witnessed it. He was on TMZ talking about it, so you'll see all the TMZ people blabbing back and forth. It's I don't know, it's a minute. Oh, what the hell happened here? It's a minute or two long, so bear with me because I somehow screwed it up and it's not ready to go. All right, here we go.
Wemby was walking into the area heading to catch when there was a fan who afterwards we found out was Britney Spears, was approaching him with a British accent, saying, excuse me, sir, and just kept trying to go towards
I
him
missed that part. So wait, she walked up to him with a British accent? What kind of fucking weirdo is she?
with a British accent, saying, excuse me, sir, and just kept trying to go towards him. When eventually he was heading, when Wemby and his entourage were heading into the restaurant, where and to catch, that's when Britney sort of infiltrated her way into this circle, and one of his bodyguards gave her like a backhand slap across the face.
So explain
Damn.
specifically what was Britney doing? Did she make contact with him? Did she touch him? Describe like literally the blow by blow of how that all happened.
So she was approaching him and using, like I said, a British accent, saying, excuse me, sir, I guess trying to get his attention for possibly a picture. But when they walked right into the Catch restaurant, that's when she leaned in, sort of got her way into the circle and started to put her hand on his back shoulder or his back, because he's pretty tall, so towards his back. And then that's when the bodyguard just turned around, slapped her across the face, and knocked off her sunglasses.
Did you see?
So it sounds more to me like she was being a weirdo and didn't, like most of these, I don't understand, like, because most celebrities, like if they want to hook up and get to know other celebrities, they have their handler or their agent or something go up and try to initiate some sort of contact or whatever. That way they don't seem like just like a random fan coming along. They get a little bit of preferential treatment because they're a celebrity. So it sounds like Britney Spears was just being a fucking weirdo. And this came around, and so the security guard didn't recognize who she was or what was going on, because she certainly, I don't know, she looks and acts like a fucking weirdo. So he probably just thought it was some weird old lady coming up to the V-Man, Victor Wembanyama.
Across the face and knocked off her sunglasses.
Did you see his hand make contact with her face?
Yeah, you saw the hand, but you also heard the slap.
You know, it's interesting.
Ooh.
Is it possible, and I'm not suggesting this, did you see him hit her hand and her hand hit his face? Or was it his hand that squarely hit her face?
No, it would be the hand that hit the face.
And you saw her sunglasses fly off?
They flew off, yes.
Did she fall to the ground?
I don't think she fell. At that point, there was a lot of commotion with people in the way, but I don't recall seeing her fall to the ground. Just sort of go to the side and like hunch over.
When did you realize that
Surprised she didn't start fucking twirling around like the weirdo that she is.
it was Britney Spears?
Not until this morning when we started seeing more reports on the news.
After the slap, what happened? Did Victor walk in the restaurant? What did Britney do? Can you describe that?
Yeah, Victor walked right in, kept going. A couple of people stayed behind, sort of to, I would say, check on her, or maybe they didn't. I'm telling you, they didn't know. I'm guessing they didn't know it was Britney. So just to restrain
You think?
this person from getting any closer. And then that's when afterwards they sort of try to walk her out of the restaurant. She screamed and using a British accent. That's what she was using the whole time. This is fucking America.
And she was saying that in an angry, angry that she had been.
Yes, it was an angry tone.
So
What a
did you
fucking
eventually
nutbag.
see her walk into the restaurant as well?
No, so we didn't see her at that point walk in, but when we finished our meal and came back out, she was still hanging around, and there was I guess she had a group of people around her, and then she walked through Aria covering her face with a hat.
I'm surprised she didn't yell in a British accent, "Hit me, baby, one more time." Anyway, so that's the Britney Spears story. I don't know what's going on with her from there. I believe that she's pressing charges, or that the police are involved in considering some sort of assault for the guy. I don't know how that works though. If the guy's just doing his job, I know it's obviously can't just hit people, but if he's doing his job as a security guard, how does that work? I don't know. I've 844 hit dumb 844-448-3862. I don't know the rules on that. I've been kind of sort of thrown out of a bar, I guess. Like that bouncer after the Roverfest. I told the story last week, I think, or a week before. When I was after that Roverfest, when I pulled the "Do you know who I am?" move the one and only time I ever did it in my entire existence. And it got my wrist broken by the bouncer. I didn't press charges because I knew I did something stupid. It was my own fault. And maybe Britney Spears, somebody would come along and tell her that if she still had her conservator, she wouldn't be getting herself in all kinds of trouble doing dumbass shit like walking around. Hello, Victor. Hey, Victor. Can I get a picture with you, Victor? Hello. Why? I mean, she's just walking around like a fucking maniac. What does she think is going to happen? Oh, man. I'm so bummed, Mikey. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with the charges with Britney Spears. And speaking of hotties from the 90s, by the way, yesterday, I totally forgot. I played that clip of Megan Thee Stallion at the end of the show. And it just, in hindsight, it seems so random because I had forgotten that I forgot to mention that it was National Bikini Day. So, and that was the only reason I played the clip of Megan Thee Stallion in her bikini, because I thought it would be, I thought it would be hot to see, but of course, but it seemed like it would be a little bit timely because it was National Bikini Day. But for whatever reason, I'm a dipshit and forgot to mention that and just looked like a fucking pervert saying, hey, look at this hot chick dancing around her fucking bikini. But now I am just going to be a pervert and watch these two hot chicks dancing around their bikini, because speaking of like American Gladiators and a little bit of nostalgia from the late 90s or mid 90s, the two women that I had on posters on my wall have come together and collaborated to create, one of the hottest videos I think I've ever seen. They're both in their 40s and they're both still hot as balls. So I'll just play this video for you guys. And like I said, no real reason to play it other than the fact that it's in the news. And I like looking at the two of these women in their bikinis. So enjoy Carmen, Electra, and Jenny McCarthy for SKIMS. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Oh man. Oh yeah, I love it. Hell yeah, baby. I love that videos like that are coming back. God bless Kim Kardashian. Still making sex sexy. I love it. It's so weird that this video came out because I don't know what made me think of it. But just like in the past few weeks, I was thinking about those like old Hardee's commercials with the girls eating like Jessica Simpson, like washing the car, and all like the Paris Hilton and all the like sexy chicks eating hamburgers and stuff. And I was thinking about, man, we're living in a world where we're never going to be able to have those kind of hot, sexy commercials anymore. We're never going to see two chicks in a bikinis washing a car ever again in a commercial. And sure enough, goddamn old motherfucking Kim Kardashian comes through for your old pal Dumb and brings back two smoke shows from my heyday, or back when in the mid 90s, man. Both of those chicks on my wall. So it was good to see that. That really made my day. I really appreciated it. So anyway, that was that. I figured I'd play that for you guys. It was really actually more for myself. And again, I planned on, this is one of the things I wanted to play for Mikey, guys. And I did, like I said, I really wanted to dig into that Rudy Farias thing. I was going to spend a lot of time on that with Mikey. I didn't know he wasn't going to be here for the second half of the show, or I would have just spent the whole first half of the show talking about that. So it was kind of screwed at that point. So you guys are going to have to bear with me. I'm going to have to come up with when I was younger, I used to listen to Rush Limbaugh sometimes, and I used to always think to myself, how does the guy just sit there and talk to himself for fucking 4 fucking hours or whatever? And obviously he's just using low-hanging fruit, or picking low-hanging fruit, just making fun of stupid things that the other political party, the Democratic Party, does that he can just make fun of. That's pretty easy to do all day long. But I always laughed because I could never understand if the person that he worked with, like, he always referenced that Snerdley guy. I never understood if Snerdley was a real person or not. Bo Snerdley, if you've ever heard of the Rush Limbaugh show or watched it, he was always talking about that guy. So I need to come up with my own Snerdley, like I need like a Schnoodles or something, so I can talk. I can like go like, hey, Schnoodles, what do you think about that? And then I could get Schnoodles. I'll go, yeah? You think that's crazy? You think Britney, well, you don't think Britney Spears is crazy, Schnoodles? I disagree. I think Britney Spears has lost her fucking mind. And somebody needs to get her back on track. What do you mean I'm a pervert, Schnoodles? I'm just showing Jenny McCarthy and Carmen Electra just because it's not your thing, Schnoodles. I don't know what you're into, but that's what I'm into. So go back to eating your sandwich over there, Schnoodles, and let me do the show. Let me worry about the show, okay? Schnoodles. Fucking guy's always running his mouth back there. Anyway, I did talk about that stupid Threads thing and the battle that's now ensuing between Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg. I'm starting to wonder the fascination with these two nerds, because first they're going to fight. Now then it was going to be an MMA fight in the Coliseum, and now it's back to a regular old nerd fight with their stupid apps. So it's kind of stupid. I'm kind of annoyed with the both of them, to be honest with you. But if you guys remember, I do have an update to something. Hold on one sec. Let me get this. Hold on one sec. Before I do my update, somebody's calling. Hi, you're on another dumb show.
Good evening, dumb. This is Curious George from Columbus. How are you?
Holy cow, Curious George from Columbus. It's fantastic to hear from you, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing good. Actually, I have a question, if that's cool.
Shocking.
So it's going to be off topic, if that's okay. I got a question about B1.
Curious George, the topics I had to talk about tonight, my dude left me, so if you want to talk about something else, Open Lines America, buddy, 844-HIT-DUMB. What's your question about B1, my friend?
Okay, all right, so I've been watching all your episodes, and I know you mentioned, look, I don't know what's going on with me and her. Am I with her? Am I not? I have no clue. I'm kind of curious, are you guys still sleeping with each other? I think you did say it does happen, but you didn't get much into it. Who instigates it? Does B1 say, I'm watching a porno, I'm horny, come over? Or does she come over for dinner and you kind of rub against her and you go, all right, fine, let's go to the bedroom? How does that get initiated?
Okay, well, we have been intimate. I'll be honest about that. The way we do it, you want to know how the initiation starts. So, okay, two different houses. It's happened in the past where she'll send like a sexy picture or something and say the door's unlocked. So that's a pretty good one, right, George? That's happened a couple times. Man, I love the noise you just made there. That was great. And then it sounded more like oh. And then from there, if she comes over, usually I can kind of tell when she might be in the mood. And usually her move is, it's pretty simple, to be honest with you. She'll usually just go up, because we'll be like hanging out downstairs. She'll usually just run upstairs like she's going to the bathroom. And then after she goes to the bathroom, if she even goes to the bathroom, she'll holler down, I'm not wearing any clothes if you want to come up here.
Oh my God. You're so unfiltered and open. Keep going, Dom.
What's the truth? I don't think that's anything too erotic or anything, but I will say the last time I did try to initiate it, I got shot down, and I was, I didn't take it very well. Not like I was outwardly mean or anything, but I probably was given a little bit of a cold shoulder after that. I'll be honest with you. I was a little irritated about it. But yeah, that's it. Is
every time a no when you? Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Ask the question.
Yeah. So is it like when you initiate, it's always like, oh, it's a no, or has there been maybe one or two instances where she goes, all right, I'm in the mood, let's go for it? Because it sounds like you said every scenario is her instigating it, and it happens.
Few and far between.
Like you're always a no.
Yeah, few and far between when I do the initiation. Very few and far between. I will say though, if I know she's not in the mood, but I really am, I'm in the mood, I can usually talk my way into Bejaroo. So yeah. So it'll be even. That's kind of my initiation. So when I try and I don't get it, a lot of times that'll be the buffer. Will be like, well, I'll do this instead, and I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? Like it's like
I
that's
totally understand the confusion that you feel. I'm lost. I don't know. Are you guys? I don't know. With that explanation, are you together? Are you not? I get why you say that. I don't understand.
Well, it's very weird because we don't
is either.
do anything together. Like we don't go out together. Like if she goes, she still does things like with her family and her friends and stuff. I try to do things with my friends, but they blow me off. But no, I honestly don't know what how to define it. I don't know what's going to happen moving forward. I don't think she knows either. I don't think either of us know. Anybody knows. So it's kind of up in the air.
Awesome. What about now? And you've never mentioned her name, and I get it. She wants to be kept private. Your other recent ex, the other one you've had a relationship with after B1, that you no longer have a relationship. Is that something where she's also said, hey, Dumb, I'm in the mood, come over? Or is that shut down, done, over with, period?
That is officially shut down. That person, I decided I've cut off contact with that person after the last time I talked to them, and I've decided it's probably not the best situation for me for reasons I probably won't say on here. So,
oh, but, darn. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's just it's just cause B1 is kind of gotten.
How did you meet her? Without revealing anything really to.
At an event. At an event I was working. So yeah, I was reluctant to talk about that because I really I try to maintain professionalism at all my events, but this was after an event.
Sure.
Kind of one thing they'll do another kind of situation. So that's that, my friend. So I'm sure
Thanks.
B1 and or them are both now writhing and ready to rip me apart. So that's great.
Sorry, Dub.
No, that's all right.
Curious. Sorry.
I dig my own grave. So, so Curious George, where?
It's nice to hear from you. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you said it's nice to hear from me. I was actually just about to say the same thing. What is the update in your life? Where the last we left off, you were, I think you were the last kind of thing I remember. You were being pressured into marriage a little bit. Or you were trying to pressure into marriage?
No, it was the pressure of marriage.
Was you were trying to pressure for marriage?
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. There's two different shows. You're right. Your show is, there was the pressure about marriage the last time you were on before your hiatus. And then there's RMG where it's brought up and it had nothing to do with marriage. It was just other stuff and all that. So, sorry. It's two different shows.
No, that's okay.
No pressure with the marriage.
So you're with you're still with the same girl?
No, I'm with nobody right now. Am I trying to be with the old ex? I'm trying, Dumb. We're friends. It's nothing like what you and B1 have, where there's like sex occasionally here and there. It's me putting in pretty good effort to try to win her over, but we're totally cool. We hang out. We've watched Indiana Jones, in fact, just recently and stuff, and it wasn't that good, by the way. But no, it's a little weird. I'm trying. So I'm hoping to win her back, and I just got to be patient and then not mess it up and behave.
What is the reason you guys broke up? Because I thought everything was going okay.
The original reason for the breakup was the whole scorting thing that I said on RMG.
Yeah,
and
that was a long time. That was a long time ago, though.
It was, and so that really greatly upset her. She stopped listening to the show since that day and stuff, and
I'm so confused.
So I don't really talk much about.
I thought there was another girl in between that.
Yeah, there was another girl after her, the teacher. The one where, if you remember, the one that pulled up to the garage. Yeah. And then I tried to let her in, and she saw that I had the video camera out, which obviously she
remember
knew
all
because I
this.
told her I would be calling into our. Okay, that's right. You were on the show.
Who was the one that was pressuring you for marriage then? Was it the teacher or the squirter?
The teacher.
The teacher.
No.
I don't know anything else about her. Sorry. Sorry.
I know. That's the best way to call her. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
No, it
mean,
was a teacher because I was with.
okay, now, okay, so the teacher's now out of the picture. Why did you break up with the teacher?
No, it wasn't me breaking up with her. It was her breaking up with me.
Okay, what was the reason she broke up with you, I guess?
Oh my gosh. Jeez. It's a mixture of things. It was feeling pressured about, like, basically it was a little bit about the marriage where it was a little pressure from her, but it was more pressure from her sister saying, like, what's going on here? Are you just going to be like your last ex where you're with her for like 12 years and never got engaged? Or like, what's going on with this?
So that was the cause
yeah.
of the breakup, was the pressure and the lack of making a move to get the marriage happening. Interesting.
It was a little bit of that, but it was also, it just, I don't know if I was in love. Like, maybe I don't even know what love is, you know? Like, as I
Sure.
guess if you really love someone, you marry them, you have kids and all that. I haven't married anybody. So I don't know. Maybe it was more like lonely rebound. I don't know. I felt like I loved her, but I didn't like deep down in the gut.
Now,
really felt it.
so now you're going back. So that teacher's out of the picture, and now you're trying to win back over the squirt.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we've been totally cool and hanging out.
I'm now, what
trying.
are your what is your move to try and initiate with her? Have you made any moves? Or are you just waiting to?
No, I'm not going to mess this up. I'm not going to go ahead and.
How would that mess it up? You guys have been intimate in the past. How would that mess anything up?
I'm trying. I don't want to take any chances of initiating it and having her reject it. And to me, it's a little bit like how you responded to B1. Like, oh, yeah, what's up with that? You know,
Do you get shitty? I get shitty. I get
feel the
shitty,
same way.
George. I turn into a real
Oh, you
fucking
do?
brat. I do. I'm a real brat when I don't get some.
Yeah, so that's what I'm like. I'm afraid that that's what the outcome would be if she does reject the advances.
Mhm.
So instead, it's more like letting her, like giving her the time, but also being there for her when she needs it and trying to kind of do things together and see how it goes. There was a time where it looks like we almost kissed and stuff, but
Ooh.
I don't know what it was. It's looking at each other and there was silence, and yeah, so that's probably the closest and something happening, but I never leaned forward because I don't want to mess it up, man. That's it.
All right,
So
all
I already
right.
messed it up before and I don't want to mess it up again.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
don't
trying.
pressure it. Let her. Are you dropping subtle hints that you're in the mood? Are you trying to joke around at least? Because like I said, when it came, usually the beejaroo would come after I'd get her, I'd joke around a little bit. I could make her laugh a little, and maybe, you know, I would like say, like, if she would say like, you know, my stomach is upset from whatever I ate, and I'll go, and I'd say something along the lines of, well, you know what they say is good for indigestion. And she'd be like, what? And I'd be like, a beejaroo. And then she, ha, 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 ha. And then, you know, she'd be coy for a little bit. And then, you know, usually it'd end up getting a beejaroo. So, so that's what I'm saying.
I
Give you
don't
a little
have those
advice
kind of
there.
slick moves.
It's not slick. I'm
I
just
don't have
joking
those kind of
around.
slick
There's
moves.
nothing slick about it. She knows
Yeah.
exactly what I'm doing. Trust me, it doesn't
I
work
think it's not
all
like
the time.
entirely my person. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't really want to F it up, you know.
But you gotta make-
and I
if
know
you-
you're saying, well, that's not effing up. You're making a joke, but
Yeah,
I
you're
don't
making
know.
her
I'm
laugh.
afraid if I do that, if she says no, then it'll be in my head. Oh, she doesn't
Nah.
want me anymore. Oh, well, I guess I'm too fat, and she's not interested in the fat guy anymore. I mean,
Well, you know
that'll
what?
run through my head. So I'm
that
like,
runs,
you know what?
George. There's nothing that
Yeah.
runs through my head. I deal with that same thing. That's the first thing I think of. Like, if she's not in the mood, well, is she talking to someone else? Is it what's wrong with me? Am I not? Is it my man boobs? What is it? You know what I mean? So I have all those same insecurities, and even though I've lost weight and I feel better about myself than I used to, but I have all those same insecurities. So I can't hold you back or can't blame you for feeling that way. But I would say, how long have you guys been hanging out again?
Oh, it's been many months now. I don't know the exact date of when it started happening where we were really hanging out, but there would be occasional like meeting up and and going to the mall to whatever. Like there's a game place nearby at a mall nearby here called, I think it's like Studio 70 something or whatever. It's like got 2 floors of video games and little machines where you grab stuff and toys and whatever. It's a fun place.
Yeah.
So we both liked that in the past.
So next time you're at that,
things.
next time you're at that, go to one of those claw games, and when she's doing the claw thing, just be like, man, wouldn't it be great if there was a dildo in there? Just everything has to, like, all your jokes, everything from now on just revolves around sex, George. You're incepting sex into her brain constantly through little jokes. They're not even hints about wanting to have sex with her. They're just about sex. So she's got sex on the brain.
I have that personality.
You got to have it, dude.
I was never known to be like that before in front of her. Like, hey, see this bulge? It needs to be touched or anything. Like, you see, that's a lame line right there.
There's nothing funny. Yeah, there's really nothing funny about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you said something about the bulge, like, oh man, I don't know what happened. I slipped and a fucking cantaloupe fell in here or something. I don't know, like anything to, at least make it a little bit silly. Or if you wanted to look at the bulge, put something like Superman did, put something down your pants like that guy did that's playing Superman to make yourself look gigantic. Stuff something down there and then, just make it ridiculous. And then she's going to notice it, and then you take it out, and then maybe she sees the actual bulge, and you're just getting the wheels turning. You know what I'm saying?
I don't have that game. I gotta just bite. I just gotta chill. I gotta just give her the space, and when she wants me around, I gotta be there. I gotta do something. So I'm not gonna really push her into sex. I can't do that.
Next time she comes over, when she's ready for you to get there, like when she's coming over, you have a trench coat?
Yeah.
Pull the trench coat move, George. To have nothing but a trench coat and a pair of Speedos on, just to make her laugh. If nothing else, she'll laugh hysterically, and then you try to get some, and if she doesn't give it up, you just let it roll. At least you tried. You just keep trying with the fun stuff, so at least you guys have a laugh out of it. So at least maybe you won't feel like the insecurity will go away maybe a little bit more because you guys are having a laugh in the moment. You know what I mean? So it's not, and then maybe next thing you know, be surprised how much a laugh turns a chick on, dude. Be really surprised. So it's worth, there's a reason why all these chicks on all their profiles and everything say a guy, they want a guy with a sense of humor. So I've seen you before. I think you could be funny. I think you can, you just got to try. I think you'd be great.
No, yeah, I'm a big funny guy. Yeah.
You've made me laugh before, my friend. So I think you'll be just fine.
Well, okay. Well, thanks for the advice. I appreciate that, Dom. I just wanted to call in and ask the questions. It's just, I don't know. I really like B1 and think she's awesome, and I love you to death and stuff. And I don't know. It's just I've always thought that was the match right there, and good-looking tall guy like you, and she's extremely gorgeous. And I go, okay, then that's the perfect couple. And then to hear you guys are fighting and it sucks. I don't know. I only know you as just Dumb and B1. That's just it. That's all I've ever known when I listened to the show and all that stuff. And it just was weird when you said, I have another girlfriend. I went, whoa, hold on. It's always been B1 for 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Who knows? Well, George, who knows?
Calling all hoes.
Calling all sluts is the actual phrase there. Very good. Oh, great. My daughter's in here. Perfect. Hi. Great. My daughter's in the chat. Hi, Keely. Nice to see you there. Perfect time.
Sorry.
Oh, that's funny shit. Hey, that's all right. She knows what's up with her dad. She knows her dad's the mayor of Pound Town. It's okay. All right. George, it's been a pleasure speaking with you, dude. The phones are always open for you, and I always love answering your questions. And I appreciate that you take the time to answer mine as well, my friend.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for answering the questions. You're very unfiltered, and that's what I like about you and stuff. You will tell us what's going on in your life, and you're an open book. So.
To my own detriment, my friend, to my own detriment. So, all right, my dude. Take it easy, George. Oh, man. Wow, what a nice surprise. I was not expecting to hear from Curious George. I honestly didn't know I saw somebody in the chat, and I didn't realize it was actually him. So that's kind of cool. to see George back. I love hearing from George. I know sometimes a lot of people, mixed opinions on George, but George to me has always been entertaining. I find him very interesting, despite what a lot of other people think. Now, there is a small update to what is now known as that mother effer right there. That's what that clip of that woman losing her mind on the airplane the other day. That's what that clip has now officially become known as. It's gone viral, and that's what everybody calls it now. In fact, so here I'll just I'll just play it real quick because that way you guys know what I'm talking about in case you weren't watching yesterday or the day before or whatever we played this last. But so here's this woman, that mother effer right there, the airplane freak out from the other day. Mikey and I had a very specific thing we were interested in finding out about this video, and I do have a small update to it. So here is that original video.
Say whatever you want. I'm telling you, I'm getting the fuck off, and then there's a reason why I'm getting the fuck off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two fucks, but I am telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can fucking die with them or not. I'm not going to. Bye.
All right, so she lost her mind. She got thrown off the plane. We played the video yesterday of Carrot Top, the prop comic guy. He was actually on that plane with her, and that dude said she lost one of her AirPods, and that's what actually is the reason that she lost her mind. But according to her, she doesn't think that mother effer right there is real. Now, I have video of that mother effer right there. We were wondering why that mother effer right there has not come out and said anything yet. But that motherfucker that isn't real, we can actually see who she's talking about now. So here's a quick video of that. There's no audio. Because the video I got, they put a bunch of weird shit behind it that I can't play. So here is that motherfucker that isn't real, right there. There he is, right there. That's the motherfucker. Green hoodie, guys. That's the motherfucker that isn't real. Why isn't he real? I don't know. But according to her, he isn't real. So there he is. Looked pretty real to me. I don't know what to tell you, but here's a shot of his eyes. They look pretty real. Is this guy a fucking robot? Is this the cyborg? We dealing with the Terminator on an airplane. The Skynet. So there's the close-up. This is the guy. There he is. Does that look like not a not real person to you? Looks like a normal dude to me. So I don't know. I just wish this guy would come forward. And just so we could hear what happened that made her say that motherfucker right there isn't real. And there he is. So I'm not really sure what direction this will go from here. But I'm just praying that we hear from Green Hoodie. I really want to know what happened on that airplane to make that woman lose her mind. I really, really do. Guys, I think that's going to wrap things up for us tonight here on Another Dumb Show. If you've not taken a moment to hit that like button, please make sure you do that. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please take a moment to do that. That is obviously one of the best ways to keep everything. What's going on? Somebody's saying I should pay attention to the chat. What's going on? Oh, I don't know. I missed something. Sorry. I can't look at the chat when I play a video. I got to pull it up and down. So it's, again, trying to get this whole thing all set up. So either way. That is going to wrap things up for us on Another Dumb Show this evening. You didn't see him. What do you mean you didn't see him? What does that mean? What do you mean I didn't show anything? Of course I showed it. What are you talking about? How did I not? What do you mean? It didn't cut to him when I hit the button? Oh, here we go. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why it didn't cut to him. Here he is. My bad. That's weird. Sorry about that, guys. So I was just literally talking to you, telling you, I'm sorry. Here you go. Here he is. Here's that motherfucker right there in the green hood. What a dipshit I am. Sorry. I swear I had this pulled up. There he is. Green hoodie, guys. That's that motherfucker who isn't real. I have no idea what's going to happen with this guy, but hopefully we'll hear from him. So there he is. There's another close-up of him. There he is. So we'll see what happens, guys. I don't know where he's going to go. Sorry about that. Hopefully we hear from Homeboy. My bad, guys. Scott78, thank you for that. I did you guys see it now? Now you can see it. You saw the fake eye. I don't know how the camera was on me the whole time. I swear to God, I thought I'd switched it over, but apparently not. So I apologize. My bad, dudes. Oh, I'm a dipshit. Anyway. But yeah, CYX says kind of weird with the hood up inside. No, I see people do that all the time on airplanes. There's always people with their hoods up and blah 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 blah. I think that's it. You guys are talking about who the mods are. Yeah, that's for me to know and you to get modded out. All right. That's officially going to wrap things up for us tonight here on Another Dumb Show. I do appreciate everybody joining in tonight. I see a lot of people in the chat, but I don't see a lot of likes. So if you did like today's video, please take a second and hit that thumbs up for it, brother. That really does help me out. If you're not already subscribed, please do that. Thank you to everybody. Nugget Man, a couple donations in there today. I see Hoodie became an official member of the League of Dummies today. Blue Wolverine's been a member now for 1 month as well. And Scott78 sent over a nice fat super chat message. So thank you very much, guys. I appreciate all you guys doing that. Of course, the best way to support Another Dumb Show is through the super chats and by joining the channel. It's $1.99 a month. It's really helps us out. Keeps up all this stuff up and running. It ain't cheap to keep this shit up and running. So I appreciate it very much. Thank you. Trust me. I believe that's going to wrap things up for us on Another Dumb Show. Don't forget, you can always email the show, anotherdumbshow@gmail.com. If you see something in the news that you want me to comment on, you see a crazy video, send it over, anotherdumbshow@gmail.com. Oh, I do see Amanda calling in here real quick. I don't know what's happening. There's some drama.
Good about you.
Hi, Amanda. You're
No
on
drama.
Another Dumb Show. What's going on?
I'm not going to get anyone in trouble, but your friend says hello, and he's watching. He just wants to say hi without saying hi. Because I don't want you guys to get in trouble.
That's great.
And he's literally like watching the chat and like, say hi, because, he's freaking out. And I said, no, you won't get in trouble. Nobody will.
No, that's all right. He's allowed to watch.
Right?
That's all right. He just can't come on and do a bunch of shit on the show. He's more than welcome to watch and be a fan of Another Dumb Show, and I appreciate it. So, hello, my dude. I love you and I miss you. And I hope you're well.
You have anything to say, Jeffrey? Anything?
That's all right.
He
Don't
gave you
get
the thumbs up. Okay.
Don't get him in trouble. That's all right. I'll let my dude go.
Nobody's getting in trouble.
I
right.
trust you.
Just
Never
wanted to
know.
tell you.
You have no idea. You never know. All right. Thanks, Amanda. I appreciate it. Later, dudes.
All right.
Oh boy, somebody's gonna get yelled at. At least it's not me anymore. Yee. All right. That's gonna wrap things up for us. I don't know why I hit that again. Now I'm gonna have to see the stupid thing pop up again. Alrighty, guys, that's going to wrap things up for us today on Another Dumb Show. I do truly, truly appreciate all you guys streaming with us to the league. Appreciate you guys being in there, hanging out all the time. I'm going to try to make sure I'm posting more videos throughout the day, so make sure you guys go check those videos out, like those videos too, because that does help with the YouTube sending all our shit around. So I need your help with that. So it's going to wrap things up for us on Another Dumb Show. I'm out of here. See ya.